What's going on, you guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Now, Horikoshi just dropped My Hero Academia Ultra Age, which is essentially this big collection of information, artwork, anything you wanted to know about My Hero Academia during the time of its publication. You can learn about it in this. Now, I'm not going to be talking about that stuff. I can make an entirely separate video for that, and I probably will. So we're going to leave that alone for now. What I'm here to talk about is the final epilogue that is included within this. And I say final epilogue because I think this is the ending that Horikoshi is settling on. I think this is it. And if this is it, this is such a beautiful way to go out, in my opinion. This is the ending that I've always wanted to see from My Hero Academia, but we didn't get the beginning. We had to work up to it. So if this is it, I'm happy. So, first things first, we see that Deku is ranked number 4 in the nation, behind Lemillion, behind Shoto, with Mount Lady, and then with Bakugo rounding out the top 5. That hit so much for me because not only is the New Age trio in there, but Lemillion is number 1, and Deku is finally in the ranks with him. Like, Lemillion has always been the hero that I feel, aside from All Might, Deku has looked up to the most throughout the series. Like, Lemillion has been like pretty much everything Deku has wanted to personify as a hero, in my opinion. So the fact that he gets to be in the not only in the same league as his two friends from high school, but he's in the same pedigree as a hero that he looks up to so much. That's such a good ending for Deku as a character. Like, everything that he's wanted to accomplish as a hero now, like, he's done it. He's now one of the best heroes in the nation. Like that, like the heroes that he's looked up to since he was a kid, he's now one of them. I love that for him. So good. And then, like, throughout during the epilogue, we see Eri go to visit Aizawa, right? And Aizawa talks about how much she's grown up. And like, that's such a, that can be viewed as like a throwaway line, but if you've been reading the series for a while now, like, we didn't think Eri was even going to be able to grow up. So, and Aizawa has been with her since she was a kid. He's essentially been raising her all by himself for years. And it hits because Aizawa is a character that is engrossed in tragedy. He is a character that has been defined by his tragedy throughout his life. So the fact now that he's able to see this little girl grow up, he was a big factor in her being able to shed all this trauma and now being able to just grow up and talk about a concert that she's excited to perform in, and he's gonna go see it. Like, that just hits, man. Like, Aizawa is so important now as a character because he's the reason why Eri is able to, like, fulfill her dreams. Sure, Deku and Lemillion were on the ground floor saving her, but Aizawa is the one that has been with her every step of the way of this journey. He's the one that taught her about Christmas. He's the one that taught her about, like, all the different holidays. He pretty much, like, taught her how to be a kid. He taught her how to use her quirk properly, which saved everybody. Like, Aizawa is really the unsung hero of MHA, in my opinion. And that's what I love about this epilogue. It really, like, puts a shine on Eri and Aizawa's relationship. And like I said, man, Aizawa is just such a good character. He's just a character that has gotten better as time has gone on. And like I said, man, it's just peak. Like, I can't get over it, how good it is. Now, like I said, Eri is get ready for her big concert that she's doing, and she wants Deku to go, but he can't right now because Deku is finally out there being a hero, right? He's finally doing what he said he's wanted to do throughout the entire story, but now he has a perfect healthy balance of being a teacher who's able to nurture the next generation just like All Might was, but now he can also be a hero, go out there and save people like he also has always wanted to do. So Deku, in my opinion, has finally reached the perfect conclusion for himself as a character. He's able to have a perfect balance between those two worlds of himself. He's able to have the teacher aspect of his life, that he was so heavily influenced by All Might, and like even like just taking notes down and stuff. Like him taking down the notes was foreshadowing that he could become a teacher someday. But he's now also able to take everything he put into practice and is still able to be a hero. He has the perfect mesh between the two. He now has the perfect like scenario where he can be both. He doesn't have to choose which one he wants to be. He doesn't have to give up one or only be one. He's able to be both. And that's honestly so beautiful for Deku as a character, man. Like he doesn't have to like make any difficult choices. He just gets to be who he wants to be. And that just hits. And even though he's not going to be at Aries like concert in the stands, he's probably going to be on the rooftop cheering her on, man. He's going to be watching from the rooftops. And honestly, like that's probably for the best, because in the epilogue it states that he might even detract from her performance if he was in the stands. And that's probably why he made the conscious decision not to go. He doesn't want to detract the light from Eri, right? Because Eri is somebody, like I said, who has gone through tremendous tragedy throughout her life. Through tremendous tragedy and trauma throughout her life. But Deku has been there every step of the way. But Deku sees this as her big stepping out moment, right? Eri doesn't want to be a hero. Eri wants to be a musician, it seems like, right? She wants to be a performer. She wants to be able to inspire everybody through her music. So what is Deku doing? He's giving her the runway to essentially take that dream for herself, have the light completely shining on her, and not be taken away from it. Like, that just hits, man, with how Deku is as a character. I love that so much. This final epilogue is just so great. And then the final thing that we see, Eri talking about how she has to do her best too while looking on at Deku on the TV. And then we see, in my opinion, one of my favorite shots in all of MHA. You see Deku just smiling, right? It's a close-up shot of him smiling. And I loved that so much, man. That hits because he's essentially become his own All Might, right? He's essentially All Might now, right? He's the one for all hero. He's essentially become All Might, in my opinion. Like that hits, man. This is such a good epilogue, because the reason why that smile is so important is because, like I said, he never thought he was going to be able to become a hero. So the fact that he's living out this dream for himself, doing it alongside his best friends, it just hits, man. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Like I said, Deku never thought he was going to become a hero like this. So the fact that he's able to smile like this, and like now we know he's fully going to be out there protecting people, I think that's the perfect ending for My Hero Academia. Because not only is he helping people in the classroom, like I said, he's helping people out in the real world. It's the perfect mesh between the two worlds. Like that's the perfect ending for My Hero Academia, right? Sure, it took a lot to build up to this final epilogue, final ending, but this I feel is the perfect ending for My Hero Academia. Deku smiling as he's able to be a hero and save people again. That is the ending of My Hero Academia, right? I don't need anything else. This right here is the perfect end, because it's a perfect mesh between his two worlds. And that's all we need. And then we have Eri, a child that he's worked so hard to save and help her move past her trauma. Now she is also able to step out into the light. It's the perfect ending, man. There's nothing else that can be said. But let me know what you guys think. How did you guys feel about all this? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel. And I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Bye.